I'm Kelly.
Drake LeBlanc.
And we're here checking out the Wildcat Brothers Distillery. Gonna see what's going on over here.
Let's do it.
To get started, my name is David Moe. I'm the founder of Wildcat Brothers Distillery. I'm also the chief distiller. I founded the company going on 12 years ago when I stumbled onto the fact that I know how to make really great rum. I have no background in this industry, but I became fascinated with the differences between a fine spirit and a not so fine spirit, and in learning the answers to why, you know, let's say you have one bottle of tequila that's $7 and another bottle of tequila that's $70. Why? You know, what's better about one than the other? And in learning the answer to that question, I kind of caught the bug, and I started experimenting myself. I got good at it, and then decided to go all in and make a business. So I kept the company going by myself as a one-man show for most of those 12 years. About 2.5 years ago, Tate and I partnered up, and in those 2 years, we've seen an explosion of growth. We've gone from just a Louisiana footprint to, what, 40 states now?
About 40 states, yeah.
And we purchased this property, which I neglected to mention. We're here at Gator Cove in Lafayette, Louisiana. It's a local fixture. It's been a hotspot cultural area for, what, 3 generations?
Yeah.
And you know, the time was right, and it fit right into our plans to expand. We wanted to move our distillery to a place that would be a destination, that would attract people to come, not just because there's a distillery, but because the place itself lends itself to that.
People are always asking, what's the name mean? And so the brothers part of it is David and I are fraternity brothers, so we've known each other since David was a freshman in college, and he was a chapter pledge, and I was chapter president, and he was always the guy who knew where all the good parties were, but never got into trouble. So I said, hey, let's stick around with this kid. But we become good friends, and the Wildcat is an oil field term, basically meaning somebody who's a little crazy to do something, you know, to maybe drill someplace that nobody's drilled before, and people think they're crazy, but when it hits, it hits. And that's the thing is when David and I, like we might have mentioned earlier, he's a recovering lawyer, I'm a recovering professor and scientist. We have no business doing this, but we have passion about what we do, and luckily, you know, David's great at it. I mean, most of our rums that we've submitted this year internationally in our competitions have been named the top 3 in the world in their categories. And it all goes back to really focusing on Louisiana and the sugar cane that's around here. I mean, it is a very, very handmade product, and it's very Louisiana because we know our farmers. We want to make sure that we're making them proud just as much as we're making others thirsty.
So what we call our heritage line is a pretty solid rum lineup. We got a white rum, we got a spiced rum, and we got a dark rum. So the white rum is where it all starts, sweet crude rum. This was my flagship product that I developed. It is a sippable white rum, which is pretty rare, and I'm able to achieve that by avoiding molasses, by focusing on the flavors and the aromas of the sugarcane as opposed to the byproduct, which is the syrup. So this is just a very simple, no frills sugarcane rum. We call it a French style because the French in the Caribbean back in the old days were making their rum out of sugarcane, not syrup. Yeah, very simple, just sugarcane, water, and proof. So we ferment the sugar, distill it, and bottle it. Then we take this and we spice it with 5 different, pretty common flavor agents, but in a very unique combination to make fee-filet, which is our spice rum. What is it you like to call this? Thanksgiving in a glass?
Yeah, and it's also the rum we jokingly love to hate.
Yeah.
Because of all of our products, it's the biggest pain in the ass to make.
It is.
But it's also one of the best to drink. Because when David created the company, it was to make a sippable white rum. So, which is crazy. I mean, this is not the bad spring break, you know, bad decision rum that happened. So,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. So the white rum itself is very simple, and it's a French style rum, which means there's no blackstrap molasses in it, which is the stuff that makes rum bitter, and also it's not good for hangovers either. So one of the ways that you kind of test rum, is the classic daiquiri. So the classic daiquiri is going to be and not the drive-through daiquiri shop.
Yeah.
So
Hemingway daiquiri.
there you go. So a Hemingway daiquiri is going to be, and the way we look at it from the daiquiri standpoint is just really easy. It's 2-1-1. So 2 parts good white liquor, 1 part lime juice, freshly squeezed or organic, no plastic limes, and then 1 part simple syrup, which is half sugar, half water. This is one of the cocktails that is, well, it's kind of a naked cocktail. There's no place to hide it. So we jokingly say that it's kind of tough because lime juice is one of those ingredients that it's like that friend who tells you look fat in those jeans. It will find something wrong with you, but if it's good, let's see, is it any good? Bartender, taste it first. Make sure it's not. Oh, y'all, that's some good stuff right there. So what happens is the lime and the rum and the sugar all kind of have nice little fun times, and because it's fun and bougie, we like to top our daiquiris off with a little dehydrated wine.
Beautiful.
And one of the reasons is what's kind of cool about it is we try to use stuff that people have in their house and are not afraid to experiment with, and we dehydrate our stuff because we're also here this one. I will give you this pretty one here. I will give David. Thank you, sir.
That's classic daiquiri.
Cheers! Cheers!
Cheers. Yeah. Oh,
So
that is amazing.
yeah, so it's nice. It's gonna be just boozy enough. Because one of the things we know about
and it's not too sweet either.
no.
Yes. Yes, this is the new still. We call her Zula after Kate's grandmother. She's the second love of my life. We got her installed about 6 months ago?
Yeah.
They came and set her up. We're like I said, we're in the final stages of running the steam. My current still is only 100 gallons, right? So every drop of liquor that we make comes out of a little still that me and my buddies built ourselves, right? And I've been using it for 11 years now. In order to get to the next level, that was going to have to be leveled up. So we found Zula. The outfit that we used was out of Kentucky. They were great. They kind of custom built her for us. This is a 500-gallon kettle, so that's going to quintuple my output, my production capability. And another thing, I guess this is kind of inside baseball, but people usually appreciate the fact. Right now, with my current still, I'm running everything through it twice. So I ferment, I run it through the still, then I put that back in the still, and I run it the second time. That gives me a lot of control over the flavor points and the aromas and stuff that I want. So not only will this be 5 times the volume, but the way that she's designed, she'll do both of those runs in one pass. Mm-hmm. So what right now takes me 2 weeks to do, this will do in about 8 hours.
And a lot of these wood chips are, the noir, the cherry, pear, persimmon, hickory, and plum. So some of these come off of David's family orchard.
So these are all mixed.
They're kind of all mixed
Okay.
in there. So imagine instead of aging in a barrel per se, aging, either with sticks or like a giant tea bag, like it's a humongous tea bag in a tank. But it gives wood flavor because one of the unique things is that if you want to put any kind of liquid in a barrel, the only barrel that's going to hold water or hold liquid is going to be white oak. I have a little idea. So what we're going to do, this is what's unique about this. This is what's called a virgin barrel. So, which was my stripper name in high school. This is so there's nothing else that's been in this barrel. This is a fun little tool called the wine thief, because this is how you take stuff out of a barrel. It's almost like a big eyedropper. And let's put a few drips. Now this is going to be anytime you may see stuff called barrel proof
Or cask strength.
Yeah.
Term.
That basically means that, so if you put like just a regular sweet crude in here at 80 proof, it would take a little while to age perfectly. But this at a higher proof is going to age a little faster. It should be something like a product called MBO, which is going to be, it's actually going to be the the headline of our new age series called Beausoleil. So our Beausoleil is going to be our age one.
Cool.
Yeah, so this is going to be very, very much.
Yeah, this ain't on the market yet.
Oh.
Yeah, this is not on the market.
That's right. That's right.
Right on there.
So, and again, remember it's going to be very high proof.
Oh,
So,
wow.
even with the high proof, you still.
That's good though.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
the
still
nature
get
of Sweet Crude is such that it just plays well.
It wakes you up.
Should I click it up?
And the way we would do it to get it down to like an 80 proof, or typically something like this, we'd probably do a 90 proof, 85 to 90 proof, which is we just basically mix in some really purified deionized water, and and that just kind of dilutes it. If you're not from around here, you can absolutely order online or find it in a location next to you. We figure about right about half our customers are from out of town, and that's great because people love Louisiana and they love our rum. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
kinda awesome.
and yeah, pretty much anything you could possibly want to know about us, you can discover on our website.
Yeah.
At wildcatbrothers.com. Very simple. And we wrote every word on there, so
That's
it's
right.
it's just like us talking to you.
Thanks for visiting Gator Cove. We can't wait to see you here at happy hour and to share a daiquiri or some of our great rum. Come visit us in the swamp.